Car collides with Bellarine Steam Train in shocking near Mississippi. A frightening encounter at a railway crossing. On the afternoon of June 14, 2025, a car collided with a slow-moving steam train operated by the Bellarine Railway near Queenscliff, Victoria. The incident happened at a level crossing on Queenscliff-Portarlington Road, a route used by both locals and tourists. In a stroke of luck, no injuries were reported, but the event served as a chilling reminder of how close a routine drive can come to disaster. According to witnesses, the train was returning to storage and was traveling at a very slow pace. The motorist failed to stop at the crossing and was clipped on the side by the front of the steam locomotive. Although the impact wasn't strong enough to cause major damage, it left both the railway operators and residents shaken. Minimal damage, but a serious warning. The car was visibly damaged, but the steam engine suffered only scratches, thanks to its reduced speed. Joshua Clark, director of the Geelong Steam Preservation Society, expressed relief that things hadn't been worse. "We're lucky there were no injuries. There was no damage to the train aside from a few scratches, as it was going very low speed," Clark said. However, Clark also issued a stern warning. The Bellarine Railway, while considered a charming tourist attraction, is a fully operational rail line. It conducts regular trips and maintenance runs across the peninsula. Clark said that drivers often underestimate the seriousness of rail crossings just because the trains are historic and appear to be slow-moving. Ongoing safety concerns at the site. Clark further revealed that this was not the first time such an incident had occurred. The area is prone to near misses and dangerous behavior from motorists, many of whom ignore signals and signage. "We deal with a lot of near misses and trespassing incidents," he explained, noting that the community needs better education and a greater sense of responsibility when approaching train tracks. Despite the heritage nature of the railway, the risks are real. Steam trains, regardless of how slowly they move, are heavy machines with long stopping distances. Any miscalculation from a driver can lead to tragedy, especially if they don't stop, look, and listen before crossing. Police response and investigation. The collision prompted a swift response from local law enforcement. Police temporarily closed the road to secure the area and began an investigation into what caused the accident. Early reports suggest the car's driver failed to yield to the train, though the full details are still under review. No charges had been filed at the time of reporting, but officials emphasized that this was a preventable incident. They reminded drivers that failing to stop at a level crossing, especially one with visible rail traffic, could lead not only to fines but serious injury or loss of life. A wider pattern of risk. This event comes just weeks after a tragic death at North Shore Station, where a man was struck and killed by a train. That incident caused major delays on the Geelong line and disrupted services for hundreds of commuters. While the Bellarine Steam Train runs on a heritage track, these back-to-back rail-related incidents highlight growing concerns about railway safety in Victoria. Clark acknowledged the broader issue. "Us being a low-speed railway, the injury rate is a lot lower, but it's not just us, it happens on major train lines too," he said. This comment underscores the fact that train collisions are not limited to high-speed networks. All rail systems, heritage or not, require vigilance from both operators and the public. What makes heritage railways unique and dangerous? The Bellarine Railway is operated by the Geelong Steam Preservation Society, a non-profit organization dedicated to preserving historical locomotives and providing educational rides to the public. The track runs about 16 kilometers between Queenscliff and Drysdale, and is a popular attraction for families and tourists. Despite its vintage charm, the railway operates under modern safety standards, including crossing signals, warning signs, and staff monitoring. However, motorists often treat these crossings less seriously, believing that a steam engine can't cause real harm. This belief, as Clark noted, is both false and dangerous. Why drivers ignore railway warnings? According to rail safety experts, driver error remains the #1 cause of vehicle-train collisions. Factors often include distraction from phones or other passengers, overconfidence at familiar crossings, poor visibility during bad weather or at dusk, impatience, with drivers trying to beat the train. Each of these can lead to tragedy in an instant. In the case of the Bellarine collision, it's suspected that the driver misjudged the train's distance or speed and assumed it was safe to cross. Steps being taken to prevent future incidents. Following the incident, the Geelong Steam Preservation Society has promised to review its safety protocols and increase public awareness. Among the steps being considered are improving signage at high-risk crossings, Increasing volunteer presence near roads on busy days. Working with VicRoads to ensure all crossings are properly maintained. Launching public safety campaigns through schools and local media. Clark emphasized the importance of community education, especially in regions where heritage railways run alongside active roadways. Stay off the tracks and look out at crossings, he said. It's just common sense. A wake-up call for everyone. The Bellarine near miss stands as a powerful warning. Just because something looks harmless doesn't mean it is. Steam trains may move slowly, but they are massive machines with limited ability to stop quickly. A careless moment by a driver can put multiple lives at risk, including their own. While this accident, thankfully, ended without injuries, not all similar events do. Drivers, cyclists, and even pedestrians must learn to treat all train crossings with respect, regardless of how fast or modern the train looks. Final thoughts. The collision between a car and the Bellarine Steam Train was a close call that could have turned deadly. While the outcome was fortunate, the event exposed serious safety gaps in how drivers approach rail crossings. Whether it's a sleek V/line commuter or a vintage locomotive puffing through the countryside, every train deserves attention and caution. This near miss is a reminder that rail safety is everyone's responsibility, not just train crews or rail authorities, but also the public. Only by combining better education, stricter rules, and smarter behavior can we ensure these moments remain rare, and not tragic. Thanks for watching. If this story shocked you as much as it shocked us, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon so you never miss another powerful story. Tell us in the comments, have you ever witnessed a near miss at a railway crossing? What safety measures do you think should be in place? Stay safe, stay alert, and always respect the rails. Until next time, take care and keep watching for more real-life stories that matter.